Viewers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a story that has not only captured headlines, but has also touched the hearts of millions across the globe. If you've ever watched a wedding where two people in love come together in one of the most profound moments of their lives, you know the kind of emotion such an occasion can bring. But when it involves two beloved stars like Jung So-min and Jung Hae-In, who are cherished not only for their acting skills, but also for the authenticity they bring to the screen, the emotions transcend the ordinary. Their wedding dance wasn't just a performance, it was a living testimony of love, vulnerability, and the beauty of two souls uniting. And tonight, we're going to relive every detail of that stunning dance which had everyone, from the guests at the ceremony to fans around the world, in absolute tears. The moment was set in a hall decorated with an understated elegance that spoke volumes about who So-min and Hae-In are as people. Known for their humility and sincerity, the venue reflected warmth rather than opulence. Gentle lighting cast a golden glow across the space. Candles flickered along the aisle, and delicate arrangements of white roses and orchids perfumed the air. The crowd, filled with fellow actors, directors, and close family, waited in anticipation. The ceremony had already been breathtaking, with heartfelt vows and promises that left no eye dry. But it was the dance, the symbolic first step of their journey together, that would seal this wedding into the memory of all who witnessed it. As the first notes of music began to play, the hall quieted to a reverent stillness. Jung So-min, in a gown that seemed spun from light itself, took Jung Hae-in's hand, her eyes shimmering with both joy and tears. Hae-in, looking at her with a mixture of pride and tenderness, pulled her close. And in that moment, the rest of the world faded. The song they chose wasn't a flashy pop ballad or an extravagant orchestral number, but something soft, meaningful, and intimate. It was a song that resonated with their journey, filled with lyrics about enduring love and two people choosing each other through every trial and triumph. Their movements weren't rehearsed with the precision of professional dancers, but rather flowed with the grace of authenticity. Every step, every turn, every gentle embrace felt like an unspoken love letter. As they swayed, you could see them exchanging whispers, small smiles, and even little bursts of laughter when the emotion became too overwhelming. The audience couldn't help but be swept away in the beauty of it all. Cameras captured not just the dance, but the emotional waves crashing over the crowd. Some of their celebrity friends were wiping away tears, and others simply clutched their hearts, visibly moved by the raw sincerity of what they were witnessing. What made the moment so powerful wasn't just the beauty of two famous people dancing, it was the narrative behind it. Jung So-min and Jung Hae-in had long been admired for their dedication to their craft, but privately, their love story unfolded in quiet, subtle ways. They weren't a couple known for flashy gestures or media spectacles. Instead, theirs was a relationship built on respect, trust, and a deep understanding of each other's worlds. And when they danced, all of that unspoken history unfolded before everyone's eyes. It wasn't just steps on the dance floor, it was a journey told through movement, a promise that they would continue to hold each other through every rhythm life would play. For the guests, the sight was unforgettable. One industry insider later confessed that in all the weddings they had attended, none had felt so deeply moving. Some fans watching the live clips online shared that the dance made them cry even though they weren't physically present. It was like watching a drama, except this time it was real, and the emotions were 10 times stronger, one viewer commented. Another said, "You can see their souls dancing." It wasn't a performance, it was love made visible. These reactions flooded social media in real time, with hashtags about the wedding trending globally within hours. The emotional core of the dance also stemmed from how vulnerable the couple allowed themselves to be in that moment. Weddings are already emotionally charged occasions, but So-min and Hae-in did not hold back. They didn't care if their tears smudged makeup or if their voices trembled when singing softly along to the lyrics of the song. They let themselves be fully seen, not as celebrities or public figures, but as two people profoundly in love. That level of honesty struck a chord with everyone. There was a moment midway through the dance when So-min laid her head gently against Hae-In's chest, closing her eyes as if the rest of the world had disappeared. The crowd sighed collectively, and it was in that instant that many said they truly felt the weight of the love between them. Hae-In kissed her forehead softly, and the tears that had been building up in So-min's eyes spilled freely. It was tender, powerful, and pure. And as the music swelled to its final chorus, they moved with a rhythm that seemed less like choreography and more like destiny. When the dance ended, the room erupted, not in loud applause, but in a heartfelt standing ovation filled with tears, smiles, and the kind of silence that follows something sacred. Even seasoned directors and actors, people who had seen countless scripted love stories play out on screen, admitted that nothing compared to the authenticity of that moment. It reminded everyone present that love is not about perfection, but about presence, about truly seeing and holding another person with your whole heart. After the ceremony, clips of the dance began circulating, sparking an outpouring of reactions from fans across the globe. Some wrote long messages about how witnessing that dance rekindled their faith in love. Others expressed gratitude, saying that in a world so full of uncertainty and chaos, seeing something so real and beautiful was like a balm for the soul. The dance became more than just a wedding highlight. It became a symbol of enduring love that resonated far beyond the couple themselves. Viewers, I want to pause here and acknowledge you, because many of you have followed Jung So-min and Jung Hae-In's journey for years. You've cheered for them in their dramas, celebrated their individual achievements, and quietly rooted for their happiness behind the scenes. And to now see them come together in such a breathtaking way feels like a reward, not only for them, but for everyone who has believed in their story. This moment belongs to all of us who have held them in admiration and affection, because love like theirs reminds us why we celebrate in the first place. As the night of the wedding continued, the dance remained the topic of every conversation among guests. People replayed it in their minds, describing the subtle moments that moved them most. Some said it was So-min's laughter. Others said it was the way Hae-In's gaze never left her, as though anchoring her through the flood of emotions. It was in these details that the dance found its immortality, living on in the hearts of everyone there. And as fans, we carry that moment too. Their stunning wedding dance wasn't about grandeur or spectacle, but about love stripped to its essence, raw, vulnerable, and endlessly beautiful. It taught us that sometimes the most powerful performances are not the ones rehearsed on set, but the ones lived in real life. And that is why it brought everyone to tears. So, as we wrap up this journey together, I invite you to reflect on what you felt while hearing about this moment. Did it remind you of your own experiences of love? Did it awaken a hope for a love that's genuine and lasting? Because that is the gift Jung So-min and Jung Hae-In gave us with their dance. It wasn't just theirs, it was a reminder to us all that love, in its truest form, is still out there waiting to be celebrated. And to Jung So-min and Jung Hae-In, if ever this message reaches you, thank you. Thank you for letting the world witness not just your union, but the beauty of vulnerability, sincerity, and love made visible. May your dance continue for the rest of your lives, and may it inspire countless others to believe in the same magic that brought us all to tears.